Welcome back to the channel, or welcome if this is your first time finding the channel. Ladies and gentlemen, we have some DCU news to talk about today. If you can't tell by the hat, we're going to get to that. If you know, you know. But first off, we're going to talk about after the whole Superman picture, after Zack posted that Superman picture the other day, something else happened. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of moving pieces going on right now in regards to the Snyderverse. So let's go ahead and jump right in here. These two articles are coming from cosmicbooknews.com. They've been on a roll lately. But this says that Netflix teases Black Adam versus Superman. Snyderverse fans go wild. Oh boy. Yeah, they are. Says Netflix France lit up social media by posting an image of Dwayne Johnson's Black Adam facing off against Henry Cavill's Superman, writing 1 versus 1, who wins? Black Adam. It's available. The post instantly reignited discussion among DC fans, especially after Zack Snyder's recent Instagram teases of Henry Cavill as Superman and Joe Manganiello as Deathstroke, who backs to sell Warner Brothers to Discovery campaign. We're going to get into that in a minute. Netflix teases sparks Snyderverse speculation, and that's what we're doing today. Is we are speculating. The timing of the Netflix post is what fans are talking about. It dropped just days after Snyder began sharing new black and white shots from his DC films, taken with his Leica monochrome camera, which followed our exclusive reports, including James Gunn will be out as head of DC Studios with the sale of Warner Brothers Discovery. With Snyder posting Cavill's Superman and Manganiello's Deathstroke, fans are now connecting the dots, wondering if the Netflix tease hints at something bigger, especially as rumors swirl about Netflix potentially buying Warner Brothers Discovery. And we're going to get into that in a couple minutes later, so stay tuned. Since Snyder has been working closely with Netflix on Rebel Moon and other projects, fans believe it's not impossible the Snyderverse could live again under a Netflix-owned Warner Brothers banner. Also, Black Adam outperformed Gunn's Superman. Adding to the chatter, Black Adam performed better on HBO Max than James Gunn's Superman, both in total viewing and audience response. The Rock's 2022 DC movie also became a major hit on Netflix, consistently trending in the platform's global top 10. By comparison, Gunn's Superman had a disappointing box office and struggled to generate strong streaming numbers on Max. Gunn's Peacemaker also lost a massive amount of viewers and won't be getting a third season. Now, Netflix is openly promoting Black Adam featuring Cavill's Superman, and fans are taking it as a signal that the old DC might not be gone after all. Goes on to say Snyder could return, but only for The Dark Knight Returns. For what it's worth, we're told everybody has moved on from the Snyderverse, including Snyder himself. However, our insiders have said Zack would return to DC only to adapt The Dark Knight Returns, the classic Frank Miller and Klaus Janson story that features an older Batman and Superman. If Netflix ends up buying Warner Brothers Discovery, it's easy to imagine Snyder coming back for that one final story, possibly bringing Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill for a final send-off. That said, the trades have reported Netflix has scoffed at the idea of buying Warner Brothers, but maybe with Snyder's influence, it could happen. So, of course, Black Adam, Henry Cavill was in Black Adam in the post-credit scene. That's when Warner Brothers had brought Henry Cavill back. They announced he was back as Superman. They were making Man of Steel 2. That's when Gunn came in the same week, and then Gunn just derailed all the plans that Mike DeLuca and Pam Abdi had to bring the Snyderverse back. So this article mentions Joe Manganiello backing this sell Warner Brothers to Netflix movement. Let's see what this is all about. This says Joe Manganiello reignites sell Warner Brothers to Netflix after Zack Snyder's DC posts. Joe Manganiello, who happens to be best friends with James Gunn, has fans buzzing again after he reposted a Deathstroke clip on X featuring the hashtag Sell Warner Brothers to Netflix, a rallying cry among fans who want Netflix to acquire Warner Brothers Discovery and revive the Snyderverse. The post came from the Raw Talks X account and includes an AI-generated video of Manganiello as Deathstroke, along with a retweet from YouTuber Tyrone Magnus, who has over 2 million subscribers. The Deathstroke post goes viral. Manganiello's repost quickly gained traction with Snyder fans, many viewing it as a nod of support for Zack Snyder's DC work. The clip reimagines Manganiello's Deathstroke in cinematic detail, reminding fans of what could have been before DC's reboot. Tyrone Magnus also shared the hype, writing that Zack Snyder just released a new pic of Deathstroke, linking back to his YouTube video about Snyder's recent Instagram photo. Snyder's original post, a black and white shot of Manganiello taken with his Leica monochrome camera, praised the actor as a perfect Deathstroke. And I showed that picture in my last video. It follows Snyder's Henry Cavill is Superman post. Manganiello's retweet comes just days after Snyder shared a new photo of Henry Cavill as Superman, captioned, "Henry Cavill is Superman." That post alone set DC fandom ablaze, leading to a wave of speculation that Snyder might return if Netflix buys Warner Brothers Discovery. My own Facebook video covering Snyder's Superman post has been watched nearly 200,000 times, showing just how much excitement remains around Snyder's vision for DC. The Snyderverse momentum keeps building. The fan movement has been picking up steam again, from Netflix France teasing Black Adam vs. Superman, which we just talked about, to Snyder's own nostalgic photography post, and now Manganiello joining in on the sell Warner Brothers to Netflix push. For fans, these moments feel like signals. Snyder remains close with Netflix, and with the ongoing speculation around a possible Warner Brothers Discovery sale, many believe a Snyderverse revival under Netflix isn't too far-fetched. Alright, so we've got Joe Manganiello coming out, backing the sell Warner Brothers to Netflix. We've got Zack Snyder releasing a picture of Superman saying Henry Cavill is Superman. Then the picture of Joe Manganiello, and Joe Manganiello backing the movement. What more could possibly come out, you ask? Well, two things came out today. One, David Zaslav officially announced that Warner Brothers Discovery is for sale. This is coming from NBC News. It says Warner Brothers Discovery puts itself up for sale. The company previously said it would split in two. Warner Brothers Discovery, the owner of HBO, CNN, and other streaming and studio businesses, said Tuesday it is putting itself up for sale. In a press release, the company announced a review of strategic alternatives to maximize shareholder value, which is Wall Street speak for a sale. Warner Brothers Discovery said it had recently received unsolicited interest from multiple parties for both the entire company and Warner Brothers alone. There you have it. They're for sale. And multiple parties. Netflix, I bet Netflix made a bid. I think they're interested because Zack Snyder, again today, set the internet on fire again when he posted this shot of Ben Affleck as Batman. And he captioned the post. He said, "One of my favorite Batman photos. I took it with my Leica monochrome. We built that little set especially for these portraits." And right now it has 83,000 views, 83,000 likes. 12 hours ago it was posted. The Superman picture he posted the other day has over 503,000 likes. That was 4 days ago. So I don't think this is any coincidence at all. I think Zack is getting the fan engagement and going for what worked. That's why I busted this hat out. This is the Justice League Batman special edition hat. Has the bat underneath the bill. But I think he's stirring up fan engagement. I don't know if Netflix or Paramount is behind it, but they're definitely buying. And from the looks of things, I didn't think they would bring the Snyderverse back. I thought they would just do a complete reboot, whoever bought it. And that still might happen. But for Zack to be posting all these pictures, something is going on behind the scenes. Something's going on behind closed doors. It's only a matter of time before it comes out. But from what it looks like Zack might get to finish his vision. Maybe Justice League 2 and 3. Maybe the Ben Affleck Batman movie. Maybe they'll release the Ayer cut of the Suicide Squad. Man of Steel 2 with Superman. If we got Christopher McQuarrie to do a Man of Steel 2, bringing in Hal Jordan's Green Lantern, that original story. Give me Tom Cruise as Hal Jordan. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So good. Just makes me want to go, highway to the danger zone. I think he'd be perfect. I mean, they were perfect in Mission Impossible together. I think they'd be great in a Superman and Green Lantern movie. I'd love to see that. But it looks like we might get to see this vision finished. And then, I don't know, I think some of them could still do this for years if they wanted to. Then Zack could do his Dark Knight Returns movie with an older Ben Affleck. They could bring in the Bat family. We never saw the Bat family in the DCEU or in the Snyderverse, but that could be easily retconned. They could bring them in and do older versions of the characters. I think that would be great. Shoot, you could even do a Damian Wayne, and you could do a Jason Todd. You could do a young Tim Drake, an older Dick Grayson, Barbara. I mean, you could bring them all in, and it could work. But speculate in the comments, what do you think is happening? What do you think is going on? Who do you think is going to get Warner Brothers? Do you think we're going to see the Snyderverse? Do you think it's going to be a complete reboot? Let me know in the comments what you think. And again, if you haven't yet, please like, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any new videos that I have coming out. You can check out other DCU videos that I have, updates here and here. With that being said, God bless. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it. We will see you guys on the next video.